We're at Tim and Dudley Squires, just south of Mukinbudin. We're demoing the new 4450 Patriot, new model that's been released, and also the SenseSpray. Yeah, Todd's out here. He's our spray guru, so he's going through the customers, showing the finer points of the spray sense and over the sprayer. The guys that have already had a Patriot sprayer or looking at changing colours. Well, I think it's very important that the customer sees it and they sort of get a hands-on. You can sort of go through as much as you can just walking static, but if they're in the machine with the ability to ride and drive, I think it's very beneficial to them. Did a couple of runs with Todd myself earlier, and I think we sprayed for 5 minutes, and 29% of the time we're only spraying with the SenseSpray. So, as I explained to you, it's a massive saving that you would have when you're trying to control summer weeds and chemical costs.
So this has got both, it's got the mini and the large cameras. So because it's a trifold, gets through to the mini ones. So they're only small, but with the minis, so they've got all these extra modules. So instead of being daisy chained, they all come back here, so it's a bit busier. On the 120s, you get that, so it's a bit more protected. And if you do hit something, you normally just break a cable. Once you've finished your spot spraying, you've only got to unplug the end one, or end two. Yep. You can cap them, and then this is some bolts. So at least that way your breakaway doesn't have your cameras on it. Oh, okay. Considering they're $3 a pop. They've never had anyone fail.
Well, particularly up this end, we get a lot of summer rains, so the advantage of it will be the summer spraying in your March type thing, where you won't need to do a blanket, and as I said, you might only need to do 20–25% of the paddock.
Does all our boom lights, under the boom lights for obviously night time or even like today. Yep. Got our Wi-Fi module or Bluetooth module, so that's talking to the tablet in the cab. And then this is what's talking to, so that's like an NTV gateway, talks to the RCM. And then that's probably the most important bit, so that's where we bridge in. If you have any issues with it, they're not spraying or cameras, or even if this goes offline, because obviously if that is damaged, it's no longer in the CAN system. And then all they've done is they've moved the terminator. So that terminator's normally over here. Oh. And it's just got a wire, so that plugs into where the terminator used to plug into.
Oh, it just carries it on.
And that's where it gets the communication from the RCM to the gateway module. And then it's obviously just had to re-terminate it down here. And then really the rest of it's in the cab. So what you can do, so normally you'd park one of the cameras over a weed. So I've just had a little tiny one. Yep. I've got pictures on I can show you. So you save the picture before you do your tuning, and then you save it after. So with the SenseSpray, once you get it all fitted, put your unlock into the RCM, and then you mount your tablet, a little button box. So down here, that turns the system on. We can turn our lights on and off. And then we can, instead of touching the screen, we can increase and decrease our green sensitivity down here. Whilst that's loading, so what I did before is I put a small weed under the end camera. So originally you can barely see the weed. Oh, yeah. Just a tiny little green smudge. Then as you increase the sensitivity, it then starts putting X's on. We enable our spot spray, and once we turn the system on, it also loads a UT page as well. From there, we need to change it to on-off and put it into manual. So being an 05 nozzle, about 330, 350 kPa is going to give you that 100 to 150 litre hect there, which is what you want as a shot. Yeah. So you're not necessarily spraying 150 litres a hectare, but it's a shot worth that. So you type in your 42, and if the machine's running, you turn your pump on, and you have your pressure. So then on this page, we have our SenseSpray app. So we've got our sensitivity. We can adjust here or down here. That's all our cameras. So black ones are turned off. So yellow means it hasn't been sprayed for the last 5 minutes. White's ready to go. Green would be actively spraying. And then, so this is a coverage map we've done previously. So the benefit of having this, you can actually watch that turning on and off. you've still got your full spray page, and then you've got your coverage map showing you. And in this paddock, it's really good because up there where the green tinges, you can actually watch the green in the paddock correlate with more coverage on the map.
You've got the 38 cameras on the boom, the ability to see the actual green weed in front of it. So, and then it will spray. So it's sort of something that Spray Sense with case-owned product that we've had for 2 or 3 years. So yeah.
So aftermarket, we have done the Scud fill with the Solterra and also a fast fill. You've also got your suction there for your 200 litres.
That's your fast fill for your
Yep.
chemical?
No, that's for your water.
Oh, that's for your water, and then all your chem comes through.
So that's more for, you do batching plants or anything like that?
No.
It's more for that. So it's more that people have premixed chemical, shoot it straight into the tank.
Right, they go.
This setup here is for more, you park it at your spray shed, you put your water in there, and then you do your dose through your chemicals or through that guy as well. All your controls are here. There'll be more or less depending on your system.
Yep.
And also engine controls, emergency stop. And if you start controlling it from here, it locks out the cab. So if you got your young fella in the cab and he pushes the handle forward, it doesn't run you over.
Yeah, okay.
That there is your flush for your, all that. Just that comes out of fresh water. You've got a little remote for your testing, so that will, you can turn individual nozzles on. There's a nozzle clean out station at the back there we'll go over as well, and that's all done with that, so you don't have to climb in the cab, hit apply, run back out. Just saves you a bit of leg work. And also 12 volt power. It's not a jump start port, but it's there for your little electric pumps. All sealed wiring, steady with spotlights, so good quality products.
So they're spaced differently though, those?
Yeah, so these cameras control 2 nozzles.
Right.
So if the weed's on its left side, it will shoot the left nozzle. If it's on its right, shoot the right. And then the lights are in 4 nozzles.
Yep.
And yeah, you can go spraying at night, pretty good with it. That's your Raven control, spray control.
Yep.
And then there's also another control, which we call the boom module or auto boom module. So what this can do with the auto height is be proactive with the auto height rather than reactive. So if it senses that the chassis lifts on one side or whatnot, it compares it with this one and it will actually try and adjust prior to that bump. Standard reversing camera and light. That's your cleaning station for your nozzles. So you've got fresh water all the way at the back here. And then you just get your nozzle out, blows it out,
Right.
plug it straight in.